Oh, what the hell? Why is it so messed up already? What's up, guys? How's it going? God, I hate this freaking tripod. Don't know why it's all messed up. Just been having quite a wonderful setup time. Anyway, welcome. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Wednesday, hump day. Yeah, I don't know. I am absolutely tired today. It's been a long day of talking. Had quite a few meetings today. So, pardon my tiredness. We are finally going to be making the biscuits and gravy that we were supposed to be making on Sunday. And then I said, I'll do it on Monday. Did not end up doing it on Monday, obviously. So, what are we going to do? I don't know why my iPad's showing up there. Why is this here? Whatever. It's fine. The iPad will move here shortly anyway. So, today, tonight, this evening, this afternoon, this late night, wherever you are, we will be making some biscuits and gravy. Uh, we'll be using the food processor, our hands, and then the oven. So, shall we begin? Oh, actually, we're having a little. I forgot to add a light, so give me a second. I also need to get some water. Oh, this thing's. And yeah, you can go that way. Is that better? Don't me. There, that's probably better. Let's see how that looks. Oh, look, we got better lighting now. Where's my water? I knew I should have done this beforehand, but I didn't. I apologize. No, I'm not apologizing. Not who am I kidding? What's up, Noel? No, we don't go in here. We do not go in there. Come here. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna show. Come here. Well, hello there. I am back. Hopefully, I'm streaming. Yeah, I'm streaming. Peach is usually talking, but just waiting on you. He said that 9 minutes ago. I think he's, or 8 minutes ago. He's probably passed out now or something. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, let me just get a little bit of water and then we'll proceed. And we have a new guest. Well, not a new guest. Well, yeah, I guess you can call her a guest since we have new. Yes, as my wife said, a new family member, but we have a new guest that will join in the show from time to time. As you may have recalled, on Christmas Eve, I saved that cat. Um, we adopted her on Saturday. That's another reason why I'm kind of tired too. Haven't really been sleeping that well. Been kind of worried about her, how she's been acclimating and adjusting to being part of our household. Um, Today was very fun, a very fun day. Uh, she's been she's been she's been okay. Now today she's like adjusted, relaxed, and I'm just watching her right now at a frame, just licking her chops because she just got done eating and she's cleaning herself. But it's been fun with her today. She's been jumping everywhere, places she shouldn't be. We found her up there on the countertop a couple days ago. Like, like a child, you just it's quiet, and then well, she's a quiet cat in general, but she was extra quiet. And the next thing we hear is just ruffling, and then we see her up there, and we're like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Meow," and that's what she does. That's her response every time she's in trouble. And here she is. Hi. You want to say hi to everybody? And here's the new kitty. Everybody, meet Noelle. She's 3 years old. or that's what they think. She's very lanky. Her legs are so long. Her body's pretty long, but yeah, look at that tail. And the way she walks around, her tail's up, and then it just curls up. It's adorable. But she likes to jump on things, and we're teaching her not to jump on things, except for her cat tree or her cat window perch. But she does not need to jump up on countertops. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. See? Okay. We'll put you down. Ow. All right. Hey, babe, can you give me the rolling pin or the thing, the lint roller? Jamie, can you give me the lint roller, please? Shouldn't be, playing with kitties while cooking and stuff, but who cares? This is food for us. No one else will be eating it. What do you mean, where's the remote? It's in front of your face. Oh, but yeah, it's been an enjoyable time with that little girl. But once I get lint rolled up, we will proceed. Just chit chatting right now. We are going to start by adding or we're going to be measuring out all our ingredients first. Then we will be adding them into our food processor, and then we will begin. So fresh and so linty clean. Set that aside there. Anyway, let's get a smaller bowl up that we weigh everything correctly. Hello, are you back? Are you back? So first off, we're going to preheat our oven to 425. That way everything is nice and toasty. And then once we're ready to throw it into the oven, after we're done completing the biscuits, we're going to drop that temperature down to 400 and just bake it for 20-25 minutes. And during that time, we'll start making our gravy. So we're going to put in about 463 grams of just all-purpose flour. Learned my lesson. Not grabbing it just by the top. Or if you don't use grams, you're going to do 3 cups. But if you have a kitchen scale, like here, it's best to use that. So we're going to do 463 grams. Shake it all up in there. Running low on flour. I'm going to have to get more. Ooh, that was close. 462. There we go, 463, and we're going to use some of this for our gravy in a little bit. Next, we'll zero that out. We're going to add quarter teaspoon of baking soda. So actually, we don't even need to weigh it. We're just going to set that aside. Let's dump this in. This. What's she doing? Jumping on stuff that she shouldn't be jumping? Oh, hey. There she is. She's on our TV stand right now. Tell her to get off. Off. All right. You mean her TV stand? That's what Peach just said. No, not her TV stand. So also what we're going to be adding into our dry mixture, we'll be doing baking soda, our salt, baking powder, and then also sugar. So we're going to start off with adding 2.5 teaspoons of salt. So where's my teaspoons? Oh, here's our teaspoon. One, two, and that's about a half. What's that? Oh, was she? Next, after adding salt, we're going to add our baking powder, which we're going to do another 2.5 teaspoons of. Just break this up so it's not all clumped up. One, two. This time I'm actually just going to use the correct spoon and not guesstimate it. Next, we're going to do a quarter teaspoon of baking soda. Oh, just got it all over my stuff. My phone was in my pocket too. We don't want that. This stuff just gets everywhere. Everywhere. Now it's like all in my mouth because it just went flying everywhere. And so, like I said, now we're gonna do quarter teaspoon of baking soda. Those earbuds I sent to Norway finally got there, so that's a thing off my mind. Nice. That's good they made it. They didn't get lost in customs. And the last thing we're gonna add to the dried mixture will be our sugar, which we are going to incorporate another 2.5 teaspoons. So how long did it take to get there? Was it like about a week, right? You shipped it out last week, right? If I recall correctly. 2 weeks? Okay. Well, I'm sure Nico, it was for Nico, right? I'm sure he's happy about that. We don't need any of this stuff now, so let's just put it on the way. We're just going to pulse this a few times. Then we're going to work on our butter because we need to keep that butter nice and cold right out of the fridge. So let's pulse it a few times. Get everything incorporated. All right, we don't need the salt anymore. And that, oh, that's gonna be in frame. We don't want that. So let's just set this aside. Now we're gonna chop up our butter, and we're gonna be using 195 grams of unsalted butter. So 3/4 cup plus 2 additional tablespoons. So it's a 3/4 cup. So let's see. Yeah, for Nico, he likes them. They were the BTS ones, so I was super glad they didn't get lost. Oh yeah, definitely. So one stick is about a half a cup. So I said 3/4 a cup, so it's stick. Let's chop it up. And then after we chop this up in like nice little squares, we're gonna throw it into the food processor. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons. So we're gonna chop them up, keep it nice and cold. We don't want it to warm up at all. Just like when you're making Hi, you want nice and cold butter. As always, butter is very fun to cut up. Ooh, sticks. And also, we're gonna save some of this butter for, or we're gonna add additional butter to the biscuits after they chill in the freezer for about 15 minutes. We're gonna brush some melted butter on it to give that nice buttery crust. What is that? I think that's just the oven. Torgas is such bullshit. Are you doing twisting corridors or are you doing actual like Torgas? Torgas. Come on, butter. Get off. That one came out so much better. So let's just chop these all up. Set this set this right here for now. The quest to find information. Okay. Oh, then 2 additional tablespoons. So just put this in here. Start adding these all in. Just crumple them. Take our cubes. Gotta work fast with this. So butter doesn't warm up too much, but like I said, it's gonna go back in the freezer. But before it goes in the freezer, we have to work it a little bit, get it in a nice shape. Oh, but these are gonna be delicious. First time I actually made these biscuits. I've made other biscuits. I made Kenji. So the recipe that we're following is the one I from obviously and I always use him as a source is Joshua Weidman's, and he did a Bon Appetit adaptation. Should be fine. And I made Kenji Alt Lopez's 3 ingredient ones before. So then we need 2 additional tablespoons, and those came out really good. But those are simple. I almost chopped my finger off that one. I'll slice these ones up. All right, let's get this block our buttery hands off. Get our blade deep butterfied. Oh no, my the work surface is getting wet. We don't want it to get wet. Let's quickly dry it off. Dry this knife off since we're not gonna need it anymore. Not that I can think of. No, we don't need it. Yeah, actually, we will need it. We're gonna need it to cut up the biscuits. So we can set this aside for right now. Now let's turn the food processor back on. We're gonna pulse it a couple times till it's nice to till all the butter's all broken up into piece size. It's just like it's like baking pie. And you see they're pea sized. So now we're going to transfer this to a large bowl. This here. So we're going to transfer this all to a large bowl, and then we're going to add in straight from the fridge buttermilk, which was a pain in the ass to find. I went to 3 stores this past weekend trying to get buttermilk, and luckily the last store had it. So for this, we're going to be adding in 250 grams of cold buttermilk or a cup plus 2 tablespoons. Let's get all that out. I'm not going to chop my fingers. Almost did right there. That would have been fun. Because, I like chopping my fingers off. Or chopping my fingers while working with stuff. That over there. Work surface here. We're going to need this tabletop here. This countertop first shortly. Fridge. All right. So now, buttermilk. The milk that was so hard to get. This. I thought you just had the quest to find buttermilk, even though, I read that a couple minutes ago. So we're going to zero this out. Shake this up. So now, like I said, we're going to need 250 grams of cold buttermilk. Just pour that in. Perfect. 250 grams. So let me throw this back in the fridge. Grab a quart. We're just going to slowly pour this in while we stir it. And then we're going to get our hands in there. And then we're going to transfer it to a work surface. Why is it fucking dumb, Peach? And we're just going to incorporate it all, make sure everything's nice and wet. Sorry, just getting my recipe back up. Just make sure this buttermilk gets incorporated in every bit of this flour. All this no buttermilk. Just get all that out. Just keep stirring it. Get as much of it incorporated. And like I said, we're gonna get our hands in here, kind of knead it a little bit. Let me get my bench scraper up. We're gonna need this. Let me let's move this stuff out of the way. So get our work surface back up on here. So need that. Scraper's ready. Now let's kind of get everything up in here, get everything all nice and incorporated. Once it gets all nice and incorporated, like I said, we're going to throw it onto the work surface here. And then kind of get it all combined into a nice ball, into a square. May need a little bit more buttermilk, actually. Oh, can I reach the buttermilk? Like this. Oh, look at that. Look at that fun skill right there. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. But we're not gonna put too much in it because we want it to just get a little bit more hydrated here. All right, that should be plenty. Now my hands are a hot mess. So So just put on our work surface now. Try to get it all combined on here. Try to get it all together. These aren't really, it's not really working out too well. But chuck the rest of it. Ugh, that's disgusting, dude. Just add a little bit more. My buddy's like, "Hey, you want to try some buttermilk?" The other couple of, like months ago, I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "It's good." I'm like, "Okay." So I tried. I was like, just like a little sip, because he's like, "I don't know. I was told to drink buttermilk." I'm like, "I don't know who told you that." And I got my dirty hands. Try to get all this dough on here. Start incorporating it, putting it into our square. Then we'll chop it all up, put it in the freezer for a little bit. Just wash my hands real quick. Rinse my hands rather. So next, once we get this into a nice square, we're gonna try to do about a 1 inch square, and then we're gonna cut it into 4 quadrants. Stack them up evenly. All right, try your best to get it all nice and squared up. Just kind of flatten it out a little bit more. That's about 1 inch right there. Oh well. What's up, baby? Just make sure it's not sticking. So now let's just get pieces. Flip them upside down. Stack them all on top of each other. We're going to straighten it out once more. Into a nice square again. Make sure it's as perfect as possible. What was that? Oh, I thought I heard something. I heard like a puking noise or something. Let's get this on there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to flour the top of it and we're going to roll it out. Really need to change the timeout on my iPad here. Pat it down. And this is going to create the nice buttery layers that everybody loves when it comes to their biscuits. All right. We're done with that. Get our flour again. Just gonna lightly flour the top. To be safe, let's just lightly flour down here. So let's just we're good about another inch with this. And you can just see that butteriness. Just turn it. Oh, this is going to be so delicious. I thinned it out a little bit, but that's fine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our knife. Let's just try to even this out, make a nice little square. And we can obviously use these to make more biscuits out of. So now we're just going to do a 4x3 pattern. These ones in the middle are going to be thin. Just chop these up. I said they're going to be smaller than the others. Just make some adjustments as I'm cutting into a couple of these. These aren't perfect, but that's the motto on our stream. I ain't perfect at this. I'm just having fun. So let's line some paper. So let's just throw them on here, throw them into the freezer. Actually, let's go this way. We're gonna have to do two different baking sheets, it looks like. Or maybe not. Let's just kind of maneuver some of these around. Probably fit all the ones I cut. Put that ugly one there. All right, throw these in the freezer so that the butter solidifies. Hey Google, set a timer for 12 minutes. Then with this, we can just make one giant one, but that's a bunch of excess there. So let's just kind of form it into a ball. We'll just make two bigger ones, shall we? Just flatten it out. No, make it giant. Do you really want me to make it? These are pretty big, dude. Like, let's see. Oh, shoot. Let's weigh this real quick, shall we? Let's change this to ounces. I don't know if you can see that's a 12-ounce freaking biscuit. I do two of them. 15. Wait, what? 12 ounces. How's that even? Oh, okay. Let's tear that thing. Yes? Yeah. So that's, 3 ounces, 7 ounces. Okay, so yeah, those are some pretty big ones, but think of all the. I'm just gonna do these two ones right here like this. Just make them into nice little squares. Hey. Yourself, little lady. Throw these in the freezer. Right. Give me one. I'm hungry. Let's clean this up. Hmm. Whoa, are you okay? I just like kicked her in the face by accident the way she was walking on there. So let's clean up this mess and then we'll start making our start prepping our gravy. Let's clean. Actually, we'll start cleaning up this mess because the gravy shouldn't take that long to make. Just clean this up. It's good. Do I have another scraper? There will be plenty of gravy for all the biscuits, Peach. Don't you worry. So for the gravy, it's very simple, nothing special. We're gonna make our bechamel or our roux, if you want to call it, after we fry up, cook up the sausage. And in this case, I'm just using Jimmy Dean's normal, regular sausage because, as we all know, my wife doesn't like spicy foods. Or if you didn't know that, now you know she doesn't like spicy foods. I'm the only spice in her life. Yes, I know bechamel is different than a roux, but if you can think about it, most people consider the same thing. It's all flour based, okay, Peach? I got flour all over myself, all over the floor. I got some biscuits everywhere. There. Even though it's not clean, it's pretty clean. Just try to get all the flour because I'm going to be sweeping up after this. So, I mean, I guess we can start on. We can definitely start on the gravy because we gotta get the sausage nice and cooked, and that takes a little bit of time. All right, so let's turn on our skillet. Should I spice it up a little bit, Peach, and throw some bacon there just for you? Since, you like to add random shit to foods. So I do got bacon I've been meaning to make for breakfast. So for this, it's very simple. You got your sausage, you got your flour, we got some black pepper and salt, and then a little bit of heavy cream. That's all that's needed to make gravy, sausage gravy, that is. Sausage. Chop off this end. And this is. Oh, okay. Only 6 days. So you would need about 4 ounces of this, but extra sausage is always a good thing. So we're just gonna use about half of it. And then we're gonna break it down with our spatula. I wash my hands. I'm gonna have to clean this top. Better yet, I'm gonna load the dishwasher right now. You empty out the dishwasher, right? Assuming so. Keep refreshing NTXT, hoping for the processor. Godspeed. We finally have quart-sized bags, bags that we've been needing for a while. Turn this down, it's a little high. And it's already browning up a little bit too high. I'm just kind of break this up as best as we can. Put that meat breaker upper thingy. Still a bunch of bullshit that they didn't announce 3080 Ti yesterday. They really should have. Oh, I mean, the biscuits, sausage, smells so good. Nothing like American breakfast sauce. Making sure that stays in view. It's nice and broken up. Keep chunks in there to get all our sausage off of this. We don't lose any bit of it. Best Buy already has a 3060 laptop pre-sale from MSI. I mean, I could have waited for a new laptop, but I didn't. But that laptop's using an Intel processor and not a Ryzen. So, like I said, I've been wanting to have a Ryzen build for a while, and this is what my laptop's doing is running Ryzen. So, still have to update my information on the bottom for my hardware list and everything, and then also need to start working on interface. So this looks a lot better. Making Threadrippers for normies. I mean, anybody can get a Threadripper. It's not that hard, dude. So, are you talking about like a cheaper Threadripper? Is that what you're referring to? Because if so, no, I really didn't look at the. I didn't really look at AMD's press. So, turn this up a little bit. We, you didn't read the article, just the title. Yeah, Micro Center today. Hey Google, stop. Let's melt some butter though. Quick. Or continue on. But anyway, like I was saying, um, Micro Center had a thing today. It's like post your first gaming build that you did, and like they posted someone's picture. It's like if this is your first rig, like the example that they showed, you're spoiled or whatever essentially. And I posted my first rig that I ever made, um, but it was an older picture because I had already gone through. I already replaced that computer because I had built a PC um, a year prior to that, and that was my second computer. My first computer, my first computer for myself was an E machines, and I added some RAM, a hard drive, and then a video card to it. But the picture was hysterical because my buddy and I were messing around with one of his computers that we returned to a server, and his was having issues. Like we were having issues getting it to boot, and to troubleshoot it, we just hooked up my old computer's power to it. Uh, so you all you see is one computer here, the other computer here, and then there's just a couple power cables coming from my power supply to his. I haven't checked if there's anybody replied to that or not, but yeah, it was pretty funny, and it was essentially sex. Two computers having sex, if you think about it. Now we got our melted butter here. Just kind of move this over to the side. And keep on cooking this. Let's get our biscuits out. They're nice and cold, just like we want them. They're not the prettiest, but that's fine. Get our brush out, and we're gonna brush these babies and toss them with a little bit of flaky salt. Because we like using flaky salt. Yeah. All right. So let's just douse these. Some nice melted butter for that extra buttery goodness. And then one reason why we're using salt on it, on top of it, is since we're using unsalted butter on them, the only salt that it's getting is from that 2.5 teaspoons that we used before. Already, I was getting extra butter apparently. And now we're gonna lower the temperature on our oven to 400 degrees and let these bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. So let's set that in there. Nice. The other, yeah, the pepper just went everywhere. The pepper that we use on the top, that I put on the top. Then we got the bigger biscuits for peach that he wanted. Just kind of flatten these out a little bit. Stir this again. Oh, I forgot the flaky salt. Just take this out real quick. Just douse it over here. Put a little bit of salt on top. Do the same thing with these ones real quick. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, gaming back then was so much easier because you can just legit game with any computer and just throw a crappy video card or whatever into it and call it a day. Oh, those times were so simple and so nice. Excuse me. All right. Lower this to 400. Hey Google, set a timer for 22 minutes. All right. This should all be nice and done by now. Try a little piece. Okay. So now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of our flour. Wait. Eyeball this a little bit. And now we're just going to stir it, kind of get it all incorporated. May need a little bit more. And I'm going to add a bit more to it. That's good. Next, we're going to add in our cup of heavy cream. Whisking it in. All right. Let's get our cup. Just whisk it in. And if we need to add more butter, I mean, more flour, we can. Then we're going to salt and pepper to taste. It's thicken up pretty quickly, though, too. When it's supposed to be anywhere from 45 to 75 degrees here tonight. Crazy. And depending on how thick you want it, you can add a little bit more flour. You can add more heavy cream if it's too thick too. So depending on how thick you like it. As you can see, it's thickening up very well. May just add a little bit more heavy cream to it. This is not super thick. May actually need to add a little bit more than it's here though. That's pretty good. And see, it doesn't take that long to thicken. All right, sounds good, Pete. UBRB. Just turn this down. So I want it to add a little bit more to make it a little bit watery, or watery, less thick. So I want to be able to we want to be able to spread this everywhere, all over our biscuits. Dude, I got an oven light. Look good. Finger licking good. Obviously, there's all kinds of ways you can make your gravy. Some people take out if there's a bunch of grease left over from your sausage or whatever. I don't know why this is like no. There. You can take out your meat, and then just throw your milk. You can throw your flour all together. You know, your flour, then your milk. Get that solidified, and throw your meat back in. It's all up to preference. All right. It's back. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna set this over here onto the stovetop. Don't want to overcook it. Add some flour this weekend. Ah, it's so hot. No, it's not. It's not that bad. Then we're also gonna. Do you want an egg with your biscuits and gravy, babes? Well, what kind of eggs? Scrambled, or you want them like soft? Whatever I want. Whatever's easy does. This count. The sink is such a mess right now. Such a mess. So now play the waiting game. We gotta wait for our biscuits to come out. And then once they're out, we'll actually let's try this real quick, see if it needs any. I may need some pepper. They announced a new Galaxy tomorrow. Nice. Need some pepper. Not a lot though. A little bit of extra pepper. This would be delicious. I mean, it'd be really good if it was even better if it was spicy gravy. Sausage gravy always has to be heavy on the pepper for that good. Thank you. Thank you. Explain that to Jamie. That's all I'm going to add for the entirety, and then I'm going to add more to my own because it needs that pepper. It needs that kick. No, it needs one mo. Right, Peach? You mean cool what? That's gonna be my catchphrase. That's what Peach says. It needs one mo. Ha 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 ha. Right? So funny. Our cat is missing, I guess. So be her back in a second. What's up, bunny rabbit? Oh, I forgot to ask you to bring the litter in. She's behind the door. So she's Noelle likes to be. Did you guys lock it out of the apartment again? No. Madison's she's laying on the not funny Peach, but Madison's just laying on the couch in her bunny rabbit when she's like this, and she's just like whatever. Charlie's laying next to sitting next to Jamie, but then Noelle's in the bedroom. So you have your perfect example right here. You know how you here's your door frame, here's the door. I have it like this, and here's the wall. She's literally just laying behind the door like a weirdo. Don't know why, but you know what? She's a very special kitty. All our cats are special. Right, Chewies? Are you special? So, like I said, the girls haven't really. I mean, the first night when Jamie brought Noelle home, I Charlie was laying on the couch on the armrest there on the couch. Well, you know how they say pet owners take after the owners. Hey, we don't know where this girl came from before I found her. I rescued her out from outside. So anyway, Charlie was laying on the armrest of the couch, and Jamie, our neighbor, was like, "Oh, who goes there?" And she's like a big animal cat lover, and she like we have a bunch of strays that she tries to save and trap outside of our complex here. So she handed me Noelle, and I had her go face to face with Charlie for a brief second as I was walking by, and Charlie was just like, "What the hell? What's going on?" Madison could care less. She was just sleeping on her bed, didn't know what's going on. Um, then they were kind of like, "What the hell? Why can't I come into the bedroom? Why are you guys locking me out of the bedroom?" Because we live in a small apartment, so we didn't want her in there. We didn't want the girls in there with her. So that was her safe zone. And then later that night, we kind of we put up a baby gate because we have a baby gate for the girls from a couple years ago. Um, and Charlie tried to come in, but she couldn't. And then she went nose to nose with Noelle, and then that was the start. That was like, well, fuck you. She's like, whatever. Actually, no, was it the first night that we let her out, or was it the second night? I don't know. Anyway, so the next day, Madison was freaking out about Noelle. Charlie couldn't care. It was like flip flop. But every time Noelle goes by either one of they're hissing and they're doing their growls, like nothing too bad, but like, hey, I don't know who you are, get out of my area. There's been a few swats from Madison and Charlie, not nothing too big, but they're declawed. Noelle's clawed, so and she has all her teeth, so she's the one that will win the fight if there was to fight ever happen. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Knock on wood. But they've been, but anytime there's food, treats, or food, Charlie doesn't care. She's more worried about getting food than Noelle being next to her. Ooh. So the biscuits that we cut up into our squares, they're staying in form, but the circle abominations, they're actually just kind of breaking apart. Oh, this is such a mess. Let me get all this. Get the bowls out of our way. I'll wash this up a little bit. Gonna have myself a kitty fight club? Yeah, hopefully not. Don't even say that. We don't need that in our life, buddy. Hey Google, how much time left? Hey Google, repeat that. So we have 7 minutes left, so plenty of time to clean up a little bit. We're gonna let them come out of the oven. Then we're gonna let them rest for a couple seconds, couple minutes. We're gonna make our eggs, and then we're gonna plate our food. Want to kind of wash this stuff real quick so it's not all in the way because I have to get to a pan that I just covered up. My brother texted me saying he's not gonna be on and he's got a lot of stuff to do. So yeah, time is at 7:30. Yeah, I'll be on for a couple, it's like an hour or so after this. Throw that in there. Oi. So yeah, I was gonna stream last night some gaming. That didn't happen. Definitely need to get back into finishing Final Fantasy or starting Star Wars. Um, but since WoW came out, that's all I've been playing really. And same with Peach. But now we're at the point where we can still play. We can start playing other games, but still mainly focus on WoW. Well, this guy over here, he's playing on the EU servers and not here in America unless we wanted to play on certain days. Probably get that whisk out of there. I don't know why I have the whisk still in there. Once I clear enough room, I'm gonna wash that little pan real quick. That's our egg breakfast pan that we always use, that Jamie always uses for breakfast. Gotta get a new one because some of it's already like the non-stick surface is peeling off. That's fun. Got a 213 from the vault. Nice. Well, that's right. EU's resets today, right? Not on Tuesdays. Or is it on Tuesdays for you guys over there? Oh no, I forget. Oh, Wednesday. Okay. Wasn't entirely sure how it works. I know of like raid releases they're behind, but I don't know how it was for the weekly resets. Washing this blade very carefully because this is what freaking chopped me up last time. Need that in my life again. Because all I do is chop up my stuff. Well, I know NA's on Tuesdays. One of the guys asked me why I was playing on EU instead of NA. Because your name is Peach and you don't give no Fs. Ain't that right? Clean, 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 clean. That's all I do is clean. Did you get a good parking spot? Maybe after stream, I'll run down and get the litter so we can do litter. I have surprisingly more EU friends than over on NA. Yeah, I mean, I don't play with anybody but you. Now my brother on NA, so I mean, I think I do have a an EU account, so I'm not entirely sure. I I don't know if I do or not. I think I used my a game code or something. I have so many wild accounts just from a bunch of BS when they were on sale. Black Friday deals many years ago for like $1.99 for the game. Those were the days. Yeah, we did that. And then that's when Spencer was still playing and stuff a long time ago. I have Spencer's information, but I don't know. I have no idea anymore what goes on. It's clean. Set it in there. Yeah, I think on my BNet I have like 4 wild accounts or something. But that's not. And then I actually have another Battle.net account from my original account that I'm trying to get Jamie to start playing on my Lappy Tappy here, so she can game on that. But she's like, no, I don't want to. I don't got time for that. Because you know what she does? She just sits in on the couch and watches TikTok all day, all night. What's that? I know, because you're watching This Is Us, maybe, and you're watching me. My number one, she's my number one customer, and Peach is my number two customer. You know, my what's that? I know you are. Yeah, we could use a healer, right? That's what I want her to do. And now she's like, no, I'm good. Noelle, what are you doing? Now we got to the pan I'm going to be using for eggs. Our little frying pan. It's not like we had a lot of stuff in the sink. It's just a lot big and bulky, so it's the issue. It's big and bulky. But hey, it saves me time later. I will do it right now while I'm talking on the stream. Let's check out these biscuits. Ooh. Hey Google, how much time left? We have about 5 seconds left, guys. Oh, there it goes. Hey Google, stop. Let's take these out. I don't know where my other one's at, so I'm just gonna use both of them. There we go. Look at those. Oh, that just burned. I'm just kidding. A golden brown on the bottom. They're nice and golden brown. They can probably go on there for another minute, but that's hot. That is very hot. But as you can see, look at those layers. Layers. Those are going to be flaky. Since we got that going, let's start making some eggs. Let's try this off. low temperature. Set this to one level right now. I'll do. I'm just gonna make scrambled eggs, right? So I'll do 3 eggs for us to share. You got another egg McMuffin and add an eggshell in it? Yeah, because they use fresh eggs when they make their egg McMuffins. I didn't know if you knew that or not. Those aren't pre-frozen or pre-made. Let's take out this other one. Watch out, baby. There you go. What the? All right, let's turn that off. There you go, Peach. There's your nice biscuits. There you go. Look at that. Nice and golden brown on the bottom. Hot. So let's just start mixing these. Yes, sir. I did. That's the reason why I get McMuffins. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really like their scrambled ones. Those are good. Can I help you with something? Just mix this up. That's good. Add a little bit of whipped cream. Just a little bit of it. Nothing like breakfast for dinner. Lastly, butter this up. Because who needs to use cooking spray? Not this. And then let's get this back in frame. UPS shipping. Someone's delivering a package tomorrow. I don't have a package coming tomorrow, but thank you, whoever that is. I just got a text message saying that Mel is delivering a package tomorrow. UPS shipping. Mel is delivering your package tomorrow, 114. Track ID number this, mobilecellular.com, package THC, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, whoever you are. It's fake. So let's just stir this up to medium low heat. Stir. I haven't had spam text in forever. It's kind of weird. These eggs are going to be interesting. Stir, 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 stir. All right. I had the gravy back on. I was turning it on a low temperature to make sure that They would stay warm. I'm gonna turn this up to level 4, but it's not doing anything. Let's stir. There we go. Now it's starting to do its thing. Man, if only I had my creme fraiche, I can make Gordon Ramsay style. Those were really good eggs, but my wife really didn't like them that much. I don't think you didn't like those Gordon Ramsay style eggs I made, right? These are probably going to be a little wet, but I'm trying to do my best to make them not wet. So the first thing she asks, well, she gets home today and she's like, "Babe," I'm like, "What?" She's like, trying to butter me up, like we buttered up those biscuits. Um, because she's gonna get her ear pierced or seconds done, I guess, on Saturday or Friday. So she's like trying to butter me up to get permission to her for her to spend even more money on other parts of her ears getting pierced. So I was like, well, you have Christmas money still left over, so I was like, whatever excess, whatever you don't have left, go ahead. I don't really care. I mean, God forbid I let her spend another $50 when I spent a bunch of money on a GoPro, on a laptop, on a bunch of other stuff. You know, she said it's not about letting me. You like to what? Include me. All right, these eggs are done. Let's start plating. Yeah, these eggs are. Let's try it a little bit. They're a little wet. They're not super wet though, but they're good. Let's get them off the plate first. Come on, eggs, get out. Yum. Nothing like eggs. Eggs are absolutely delicious. Let's just check and make sure how he's cooked out for you, Peach. Oh, look at that. Let's do double angle there. Primo. So we got some nice biscuits right there. Just chop it up. We don't even need to chop it that much. It just kind of fell apart by itself. Hey, look, it's got that nice crease right there. Just go straight down the middle with that. You saw that little, and look at that. Just look at that flakiness. Look at those layers right there, guys. Come on. There we go. It's blocked. There we go. Let's add our gravy. And there we go. We got our biscuits and gravy all set up. Just kind of make it look a little neat. Whatever. That's not going anywhere in there. And there we have it. Our biscuits and gravy. There's our. You know what? Let's just move this baby in. Look at that deliciousness. Yum. Let's get a picture for the gram, shall we? Thank you. Appreciate it, Peach. It always looks delicious. Only you could be here to try it. Oh no, I didn't want flash. Stupid flash. Stupid. Trying to get like a really good picture. Maybe like that. Go from the egg side here. There. Anyway, let's just try it. Let's make taste a little bite. Oh, I forgot to add one thing though. Cheese on what? Your eggs? No, I did not. I added extra pepper. So let's retake a picture, shall we? Because you got to have all that extra pepper on there. Just blow off the excess pepper that we don't need. There we go. Now let's try a bite because I added that extra pepper to it. Both of these are amazing. Oh, oh my goodness. If only you had like smell vision. Let's try the eggs. Primo. Absolutely delicious. I hope you guys had a good time tonight. Should we do one mo just for you, Peach? One mo. Mm. I did myself on this one. No, I'm just kidding. These are actually one mo bite. There we go. Should I? Okay, sorry. One mo bite. Oh, delicious. Anyway, let me chew this first. I have to watch this tonight. Um, appreciate everybody's time. Hope everybody had a good time. Like I said, this was supposed to be on Sunday, then it was gonna be on Monday, and it just happened to be on Wednesday. And even though I was exhausted, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. Sunday though will happen. Sunday will happen for sure. I don't know what we'll be making. I keep on forgetting planning on what we're gonna make, but we'll make something. Hey Google, what's the weather on Sunday? Did she say snow showers? Snow showers. So, sounds like chili night. Sounds like we're making chili, guys. We will be making chili. Shut up, phone. We'll be making chili on Sunday. That's what my wife wants. I guess that's what I'll be making. What kind of chili, though? The red chili, or do you want me to make the white chicken chili? Either one. We will find out. We'll see what everything is on Saturday when I go shopping, prepping for Sunday. Anyway, thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. Um, we're gonna have to do an extended stream one of these Sundays. I need to make that beef Wellington or attempt to make it. Maybe that will be a Sunday stream, like a 4 or 5 hour stream. Who knows? Don't know how long it's gonna take, but we're gonna do it. But once again, guys, I appreciate your time. Thank you for tuning in. Stop in on Sunday. Look out for my Instagram posts, my Snapchat. Well, you don't have my Snapchat. I don't have a Snapchat, but I have a personal Snapchat, whatever. My Twitter and my Instagram post. My Twitter is Gargith TV. My Instagram is mos.dohs, mos.dohs. Yeah, DOUH, DOG. I can't talk. It's down there, though. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.